Hey, welcome back to Foley Methods Day 23. I've been getting a lot of questions about the difference between what Foley is and what sound effects are. I know I've touched on that before, but for those that are new here, I just want to do a video quickly explaining it. So, first of all, sound effects, which is not Foley. That can be broken down into a few different kinds of, let's say, categories. So the first being nature. There are a lot of sounds like animal vocalizations, dogs barking, birds chirping, monkeys howling, which Foley cannot do. You need the sounds of those animals, so they would be recorded in the wild, or they'd be taken from libraries of sound effects and cut into the film. Other nature sounds could be strong winds or heavy rainstorms. These are things we can't do, so they fall under sound effects. Second is like electronic or electric sounds, things like a vacuum cleaner running or a blender, dishwasher on, lights buzzing, car engines, that sort of thing. There are libraries for all those things, or sometimes they'll go and record them themselves and cut them in. The third sound effects area would be big sounds, huge things like an avalanche or an explosion or a building collapsing. It just makes more sense for those to be either created digitally or, put together from libraries. Now, that being said, Foley is usually sounds that are related to the actor's movements in a scene. So it could be their footsteps, it could be anything that they're moving or touching, like somebody folding a newspaper and putting it in a knapsack. Grabs, body falls, etc. It's usually movement based. So even within those sound effects categories like nature, we would cover elements that are part of that. For instance, for dogs barking, that's them, but we would do the dog footsteps and the collar jingling. For monkeys howling, we would do the monkey grabbing the branches on the tree and shaking the leaves, that kind of stuff. For the big sounds like a building collapsing, we would do any close-up debris, specific bricks and rocks and dust falling close to the camera, because it just adds a nice level of realism. And for like electric things, they would have the blender running, but we would chop up all the fruit first and put it in and put the lid on. So Foley artists and sound effects editors work well together to ensure that all the sounds that need to be in a scene are in there. Generally, sound effects editors are on a project for much longer than us because it is an extensive amount of effects that they need to add in. They'll be doing it for weeks or months, whereas the Foley team will be on it for a matter of days. It could be anywhere from like 5 to 30 or something like that. Okay, so I hope that clears it up for you. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.